Namaste everyone. This is Ayushree Malik, your LIVA Miss Diva Supranational 2024, and you can watch my exclusive interview only at Zoom TV.
Kammagani, I'm Vipra Mehta, your LIVA Miss Diva Cosmo 2024, and you can watch me on Zoom TV.
Hi everyone, I'm Ananya and I'm the LIVA Miss Diva Content Creator 2024 and you can watch me on Zoom.
Namaste everyone, I'm Sudhruti Padihary, your first ever LIVA Miss Diva Fashion Designer 2024, and you can watch my exclusive interview on Zoom TV.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and my Monday morning seems to be beautiful because I'm blessed with these beauties. So join me as I welcome all of them only on Zoom channel. Lovely to have all of you, and I could see the glow of the crowning moment, how it has been for you, the weekend especially.
Honestly, it was just a breath of relief that all of us came together. My mother going buying me heels, to my mentors teaching me, to just us performing on the stage. I feel that all of us are on a cloud nine and we're super happy. We are enjoying this as much as we are grateful for it, while making sure that we have lots of plans for the future. So it's just a complete platter of full of emotions, and we are totally super duper happy.
A lot of work went into creating content for constant 10 days. When the winner was announced, I was literally on top of the world, too overwhelmed, and it did not sink in for a long time because everyone there was great, but I could stand out of them and I could shine, which is really special. So yeah, it holds a lot of meaning for me.
For me, my winning moment was really special because more than me, my mentors, my friends were really happy, and throughout my pageant journey, I was really in the pain, but all that pain pays me off. Well, that name was announced that number 6, Vipra Mehta, is the winner of LIVA Miss Diva Cosmo. So yeah, that was something really special, and I will cherish it for my whole life.
I think when I say this, it's for all of us. Apart from feeling excited, happy and energetic and everything, this sigh of relief that everything makes sense now. All those moments from so many years actually made sense. That needle pricking your finger, or a dhaga actually, just cutting off, or anything, everything just made sense. I think when I say this, I say for everyone, it all made sense.
All our backstories, everything, it has all come together.
Yes.
And now whoever we are, we stand because of all the process that we have had in our back, and that has led us to here. So it feels the journey has really paid us off.
And I have to say this, like now as we start with this energy and there's so much of positivity, with that positivity note, Parhi, I want you all to introduce your titles along with your names.
Hi, this is Ayushree Malik, and I am your LIVA Miss Diva Supranational 2024. And I have the honor to represent India at the supranational stage.
Hi, I'm Ananya Praveen. I'm a fashion designer and the title I've won is LIVA Miss Diva Content Creator 2024.
Kammagani, I'm Vipra Mehta, your LIVA Miss Diva Cosmo 2024, and I'm looking forward for this interview. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Hello everyone, I'm Sudhruti Padihary. I'm a fashion designer, and today I represent Miss Diva stage as LIVA Miss Diva Fashion Designer 2024.
And I have to say that designing is one thing which even I'm passionate about. If not journalism, I would have gotten into that. And now I have two talents over here who talk about fashion designing. And imagine two of them, So I need to know what the creativity is all about, when you're designing clothes. So what do you put into, thought process, especially when you see these beautiful gowns, and what do you have to say on that?
So I think Sudhruti would be the right person to be answering that because my passion is more towards sustainable fashion and she is more inclined towards luxury garment and couture.
Yeah.
So ever since I was a kid, I would be very much enticed with my mother's storytelling about mythology, and then there was inclination towards beauty pageants as well. I grew up watching them, and I would actually design a lot of gowns, and then I would put on a crown on top of that, accessorize the entire look. So that was how I started, and as I grew up I went into NIFT Mumbai. I specialized in luxury and couture. And yes, ever since I've worked with Abhishek Sharma label, who closely works with Miss India organization as well. So I had a chance to actually come up with ensembles for many representatives from India in beauty pageants. So yeah, I feel super amazing and blessed to be able to be a part of this, and I'm looking forward to design clothes for them.
I have to ask you, when you say the sustainable fashion, and that is something which is trending a lot. A lot of celebrities are kind of following that. How it has been, working on that, aspect, because especially in today's time when we need, certain, things to be controlled, going by the atmosphere we are living in, or the climate changes, a lot of things are happening around us. What do you have to say on that?
So I mean, fast fashion is a major contributor to pollution. It's the third highest polluter, to be honest. So it's not even a trend; it's a necessity. It's a need of the hour that we really need to be conscious about our clothing choices and like take initiatives. I think these celebrities are doing quite well with that, and I hope they keep doing this more.
And coming to you, Ayushree, I'm just going to ask you one question. Could you read minds? Going by the psychology you have studied.
That's like the most typical question I get as a psychology student. I cannot read minds, but I think I can win hearts. That led me here. So I think that's something that I've learned through my way. But definitely that's like a superpower I would love to have, reading minds.
Really? What is going on in my mind right now?
Your mind? I think you really love my crown. Like, I feel you're looking at it and you really like want us to just tell us how the journey is. That's why you're here to interview us and ask us many questions.
And I love this answer, I must say that. And on that note, I actually have to ask you that psychology, that's a very deep subject.
Right.
Studying that, and then when you study that, you get to understand humans around you. You may not it's not possible to literally gauge what's running in someone's head,
right?
But it's like a different aspect altogether, because you really get to unleash different characters of different humans. How it has been for you?
I think with my platform and with my educational background, it has all come down together so well, because psychologists really taught me to go down into a person rather than just what the person looks like in the front, and just allows me to form really deeper bonds. I'm yet to be graduated, I'm yet to be a professional when it comes to my educational background, but it is something that has always added to my personality, and I think it's just going to lift me high above, making sure that I'm able to be very cooperative with people around.
And as we talk about psychology as a subject, just last week I have just gone to a college event. It was the Psych Fest basically. It was regarding psychology, and I met the students over there, and there were different activities which were taking place and all. And I feel like in current times, especially when we talk to individuals, be it Gen Z, millennials, or we go to boomers also, because they have a different a trauma which they deal with. Mental health has become a very important topic to all of you, but starting with you, how much were you taking care of mental health while contesting for this?
I believe that for me, there's this very famous line that everybody say, that it's okay not to be okay. We all have heard it at some point of time, but it all begins with acceptance of who you are. I know it sounds very cliche, but it's something basic that we all need to work upon. Just accepting that the way you are is really pretty and you're good to go. You definitely can work upon yourself and be a better version of yourself. But if you have accepted the way you are, obviously the pressure comes, but at the end, if you're connected to yourself, you know who you are, things can be managed and work upon. So yes, mental health is definitely important in today's era, and it begins with the basic milestone, which is accepting yourself.
Which is absolutely true. Like, you just have to be confident, and when it comes to being in the world of pageantry, confidence speaks volume. How did you all work on that?
Confidence, I believe that when you enter a room, it's also the energy. When you enter a room, what you offer to the table plus how people appreciate you. It goes both ways. So confidence also comes from within, while it also comes from the people who are surrounding you. So a good company, a good mindset, and a good values that you add to the society really makes you a confident person overall.
What do you have to say?
So I think my source of confidence comes from my work. If I am satisfied with my work and I'm putting in all my effort, so I'll be confident by the end of the day, and I'll be mentally in a good space. So
well, I think confidence comes with the mindset of doing something in your life. It's just not about life, as she spoke, when you're entering the room. It's just your aura, how you want to present yourself, how you are making your mind what you really want to do. So that are some things that comes together and make you a more confident person. And yeah, it's within us, we have to identify it at every step, and we have to tell ourselves it's okay to be not okay, as she spoke, and it's okay to identify who you are and believe in yourself, and you can just conquer this world.
So confidence for me has been something that comes from within, and it always reflects in my work. So if I am okay with whatever I have done, if I know that I can do better or this is good to go or howsoever, that's how I feel confident about it. And whenever I enter a room, I just think that I'm on the pedestal and everyone here is to listen to me. So I have to bring my A game to the table. So that is how I convince myself. And a second way to look at it is that nothing is the end of the world. So that is something that really boosts my confidence.
And I have to ask you that, when we talk about, entering this glamour world, because pageantry itself has glamour, it adds talent to you because, you have to also be very careful of what you're speaking.
Yes.
At the same time, of course, groom yourself, because you are going to represent the nation internationally on different platforms, basically. There are, points, where there are such occasions where you really feel like hopeless. You feel like the world is like shaking around you, or it's just falling down. And I'm sure there might be such moments where you're also where you felt like, do I really need to go through this, or do I really need to just be there, or should I just kind of change my decision and go into something else, have a simple life? How was it for you all?
I believe that, every dreamer on this planet, whether you're in the glamour field, whether you're out there struggling to be a doctor, engineer, whatever, if you are a dreamer, there will be a point that self-doubt will strike you. And that is the moment you conquer yourself so that you are able to conquer the dream you have. So we all of us did have those doubts, but everybody has it. But it's not about the fear, it's about the courage. It's about looking at the brighter side. Despite all the doubts, I think we kept going, and it's always that consistency that leads you to a pedestal place, and that's how we reach here.
So there were a lot of points where I felt like I was not delivering enough, or I was not putting in all my work in. So I did feel very demotivated in the moment. But I think like you always have to get up and walk your walk. So I just took it on me that I'll have to work a little more, and then I worked on it.
So I believe my life was a roller coaster ride. It was so much of fun, but at the same moment I have so much of failures in my life. I was not able to realize what I really want to do. But after working on myself, I realized that I want to become a voice because I belong to a very orthodox family where this glamour world doesn't exist, and this crown and this sash is something they do not understand. But at that moment I realized that I need to change something in the society, and that was the particular time that I realized that I really want to come into the pageantry, and I started working on myself. It took me a lot of years to come here, honestly. But yeah, I'm happy I'm here, and we are sharing the same stage and different mindset together. So yeah.
So I come from a family who have little to no knowledge about fashion. However, they were very supportive when I told them that I have cracked NIFT interview and I have secured an All India rank 20. So I would like to go ahead with it. And they told me one thing: we do not have any knowledge, but if you think you can make it, go ahead. And if you fall apart, we are here. So that was something that instilled a lot of confidence in me. And I push myself to be the best version of myself in this field. Yes, there have been certain moments where I have doubted myself. I think I speak for all. We have had those moments, but in that moment you take a step back and you remember you manifested this. You are living a dream. So that's how we keep going.
And coming to you, Vipra, like I've spoken to them about their professions, what they did before, entering the world of pageantry and all. With you, you were a child star at the age of 5, and, actually doing regional movies and national cinema. and then basically that itself is not that easy, because art doesn't come easy to any of us, to be honest. And then from there, coming to pageantry world, how the journey unfolded for you?
So yeah, it was a great decision of my life, I can speak like that. But acting was something that God gifted me, because I was just wandering around my parents and some of the directors saw me, and that's how I entered into this glitz and glamour world. But after doing so much of work, like 7 Rajasthani movies, 2 serials and 1 Hindi movie that is yet to be launched. So after doing so much of work, I understand that that was something not I really want to do. That is something that I enjoy, and that's my hobby to do. While entering into the pageantry world, as I won LIVA Miss Diva Cosmo, it was a great opportunity for me, and now I have this greatest responsibility over my head, and I am looking forward for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask y'all, basically we listen and we don't judge. And that is actually the theme, I must say that. And when it comes to this, it also means letting people speak, their minds, or, say it all, and don't really feel that, there should be a filter while sharing your opinions, or, whatever things you go through. When it comes to, as you spoke about, belonging to an orthodox family, and then, coming, to something like this, which is glamorous, so many times there are so many thoughts our parents have, or family members, or people around. How did y'all, overcome such thoughts and fears?
I am being raised by a single mother, and I'm so proud of the fact, because when I was about to enter this, everybody in my family held her back along with me, because that's how the society works about women, I mean in particularly, because it was like, you're a single mother, how can you let your girl go to Mumbai and be there all by herself? So those things did come, the society did add on all the stereotypes, all the pressure, but then it's about standing tall on your principles and on your dreams.
Yeah.
We all have got one life, and we have this chance to make it or break it. That's what I told my mom, and she said that I trust you and we will shine, we'll give it our all, and rest, I think it's all about what the destiny also wants for us, because certain things are really planned. So doing our best, surrendering ourselves to the Almighty, and seeing whatever happens is something that we all should lead in our life, and not really being influenced by how society works around us.
And I must say that, when you are brought up by a single mother, of course, questions are quite a lot. I have been raised by a single mother, so I know, and things are not that easy. How did you kind of worked on things, because, the world is extensive, like if you see, it's like large, and then at the same time, you have to kind of work on things, how did you make that possible?
Well, I believe that, it's always your roots that make you stand tall in life. And as a child, when my mother was raising me, I didn't really realize how tough it was for her, but it all comes from her. So I would love to give this credit to her, because, as a mother, all mothers sacrifice so much, and she did the same for me. And when I see her doing that, it just got imbibed in me. And here, through this platform, I am here to speak out my story, so that if there's any other girl who wants to do this, she can do it too.
That's interesting. And I'm moving on to you, basically. When I say that we listen, we don't judge. In today's time, do you feel like, when you have such, vulnerable thoughts, it's easier to kind of express, because there is no as such filter? And what have been such thoughts for you?
So I have always been a creative person. So I was not good at academics, and this was a major thing for my family, that why is she not studying and why is she just painting whole day. So I think coming out of there was a huge challenge for me, because my teachers, they used to be too discouraging about me getting into only creative zone and not focusing on academics. But I did start working on myself, and I did better at academics, but this creative thing was in me, so I opted for fashion designing, and I came out of it. My parents were not really fine with it, because there was societal pressure on them also. So since I'm from Bihar, people in Bihar don't really understand fashion designing as a good career option. It's it's not gonna pay your bills, it's not gonna get you anywhere in life. So it was tough to overcome, but I did overcome that because I had passion for it. There was nothing I could have done in my life. So
I'm 21, and at the same age my dad wanted to become an actor. So that's how I got my inspiration, and yeah, I'm super happy that my both of the parents are supportive. My sister is too supportive. For my LIVA journey, they were here, they were supporting me, rooting me out. So being from a stereotype family, I didn't understand what truly barriers are, because they were fighting for me from my back. But yeah, that's how I came, and I'm fighting, and I'm still making a difference in the society. So
Well, that's interesting. And moving on to you.
So I come from a joint family in Odisha, and joint families can be a little tricky. However, my parents are the greatest supporters I had. I'm a single child, and when I was born, it was my dad who never wanted another child, and he literally told my mother that she will be whatever she wants to be. So I'm a person who wouldn't derail from the system, be a rebel, and just go my way. I always stayed in the system. I always served my grades, but also after my school and everything, I would go to my classes like art classes, dance classes. Then I would come back home late and then still do my homework. I had to put it together so that people can see the efforts, and they would let me do whatever I could till I was an adult. So what I believe, if you serve, you get it back as well. And empathy is something that has played a great role in the family for the three of us. And that is how everything worked out. Stereotypes were there, of course, but I personally never had the time to pay much heed to it, because if I had, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Just very interesting, I must say that. And coming to you, again, as you said, like you already have a movie in hand. We really want to know something about it.
okay, so it's a Hindi movie named as Sako 363, and the trailer is out, so you can just watch it out. So basically, khejuri is something that this Rajasthani people loves, and it's a tree where at the time they used to save it, because a lot of people are cutting and making industry over there. So this is a movie that talks about how environment works, how ecosystem works, and yeah, it's a great movie, and I must say you should go and like watch the trailer, and I'm super excited. It will be released soon.
Time and again, I remind myself that, we should never forget our roots, however we are evolving in our lives, respective lives, we should never forget our roots, like where we come from, where we are, even born and brought up in Bombay, basically like Mumbai, like all these thoughts keep on coming. And that is why even till date, I'm in touch with my teachers from school, and they really feel like how come the notorious, the, mischievous, the actually like funny girl, like is doing something like this. Who has been that, mentor, teacher, or a friend, somewhere from your old days, basically, like you really like, go back to whenever you achieve something in your life?
I mean, it's so true, because you always need people to fall back upon. And since I'm in college, my majority of the life has been in the school, and I've been so connected to my teachers. And I remember it was my graduation day. One of the teacher walked up to me and she was like, up front, what do you want to do in life? I'm like, I'll be an engineer, maybe I might study something, crack some government exam or something. And she's like, don't you want to be a Miss India? So it's usually the mothers who say it. In my case, it was my teacher who said that to me. And I knew, how does she even know it? So our teachers are somebody who know us better than we do. And that is why every time like I won this, I had to tell them, show them my gratitude that it is because of them. So our teachers, our parents, I think we should be connected with them throughout our lives.
I want to talk about this person. Like when I came to Delhi, so to prepare for NIFT, I came from Bihar to Delhi, and that's when I met this teacher, and he really enlightened me towards creativity, and like I did not have a way to think. So he literally guided me through how I can work my way through mind mapping, and like always thinking about the more creative ideas, like cancelling your first idea, second idea, and then opting for the third idea. So like I still use it in my life. Like I never go for the idea that comes and pops in my head. I always work on it and improvise it. So he really shaped me in that phase.
Okay. So my childhood was all about being in front of camera. I never went to the school because I was always busy with the schedules of acting, dancing. I'm always rushing over the things. But I was the most naughtiest girl in my school days. I used to do every single thing that shouldn't be done by me, and yeah, I was not good in I was not good in my education also. But I'm super happy that I made so far over here, and I think that particular moments made me a person that I'm standing, that vibrant energy, that aura, that presence, that when I walk into the room, it's something like I'm smiling, I'm being very natural. So this is all, these quality haven't come within me because of my school days only.
I have been very lucky to actually have such mentors, teachers and faculties during my schooling, during my college, and it also extended into the industry. So I do have a list of people, my mentors, teachers and faculties, who saw it coming before even I could. They just knew what I wanted to be even before I could. And they really shaped my journey. They were very supportive throughout. And I still remember during my school days, there would be days when I wouldn't be able to go to school because I would have a national painting competition or certain level of competitions which I had to attend. So they would just let me be. And that is the greatest support I think you can get from someone, letting someone be whoever she or he wants to be. So yes.
And last few questions before I let you go, and of course play a fun segment before that. I have to ask you that basically we say this, and they say especially this term, which is fake it until you make it, and don't let it break it. Don't let anything break it. What was that one thing which you really kind of faked in a manner that it helped you make yourself, or groom yourself, or feel like, oh my god, this is the world?
I think I could give a very deep answer, but this is like an insight. I just want to narrate one incident because this happened just recently. I remember it was finale day, and we both had some serious issues with our heels. We had bandages on, and we walked onto the stage with shaking legs, and we had to fake it to smile. It's like, we are enjoying it, we love it.
Oh wow.
So that's how we did it. And faking it, obviously, it doesn't mean that we were not there in the moment, but we had the pain. But despite that, we had to put ourselves smiling. So when you have your intentions clear, because for us, that platform mattered so much that you're ready to fake your pains, you're ready to fake away your worries so that you can show the brighter side of yourself, to your dreams, to your passion. And that's something that, all of us, that just connect all of us, and we have always faked our problems till the time we have the solutions and we make out with flying colors.
That's interesting. What have you to say?
So I always used to watch FTVs, and I saw designers coming up to stage with the models, and I always imagined myself there. So I used to do a private show of myself, and I used to come with my mom as a designer. And so I think these all things will get manifested, but this year, beginning of this year, I literally manifested that I'm gonna win some award, and it got manifested. So yeah,
and manifestation is really work.
real.
Like you really have to
It's
kind
real.
of feel it, and then it happens. And I've seen manifestation is working.
Yes.
You coming to
So
you.
as Ayushree said, we were having a real issues going on with our heels, and I got infected in both of my legs, and my legs were not working. Actually, I can't wear heels, and I was having this bandage all over my legs. But yeah, I did it because I really meant it, because this crown is something that have been manifested within me from years and years. And if we talk about faking it, I used to stand tall in the front of camera or in the front of mirror, and I used to wave, and I was like, okay, I'm a Miss India. I used to manifest it, and now actually it happens. So this is something reality in my life, and the reel has been already done. So
Amazing, interesting. What about you?
So since I was a kid, I was very much fascinated with all these beauty pageants. However, I did not ever get a chance over there. But I still remember I would put on a crown, a synthetic crown, and dress up and just start walking in front of the mirror. And I did that for years, honestly. But life took its turn. I became a fashion designer. and how I came onto this stage, and we actually ramp walked. We did everything that a beauty pageant winner does, and we actually got an experience of everything, starting from photo shoots to interviews and walking the ramp, interacting with the judges, having Q&As, and we could get as close as we could. And yeah, so somewhere that faking that walk in front of the mirror got me here. We manifested it. Yes.
If you have to go back to the child of yours, basically the child, basically if I say that, child attire of yours, and if you had to say something when you were a child, as the individuals you are right now, what would it be and why?
I would love to, turn it into storytelling, because I feel that the person I am today, it starts from the experience that you've had. And since my childhood, because my family situations were such that I had to be raised by a single mother, I think I'll just go tell my little self that you're a princess of your mother, and just keep believing in yourself, unless and until there comes a day that you become the queen of India.
Yeah. Wow, interesting. What about you?
I think
If you
I
have
would
to say
tell
something.
her you have a gift to yourself, and you will get wherever you want to be with it. You don't really have to bother about what people are telling you, and just do what you love.
Moving on to you.
So if I had to tell something about me, so I was a very curious and naughty child, so I never thought of becoming something in my life. Or like my parents, my society always says that okay, she'll be a very normal person and she'll just end up marrying. So if I'll go back and tell something that you did it, finally you made it what you want to do, and you were knowing that this is something that you want to make. So yeah, that is something that I really want to tell myself.
So I remember this one instance from school days. So I used to be an artist since the very beginning, and even in school events I would paint a lot, and all my uniforms would have certain stains of colors. All my uniforms, no matter how many new pairs my parents would buy, it would all have. So I just want to tell that little self that stain is still there and it looks good.
Amazing, and that's actually lovely, I must say that. That thought itself is very lovely, I must say that, yeah. And now, as we come to the end of this interview, I have to ask, like, what are you manifesting in terms of your career? Where do you want to see yourself in the next few years?
I believe that, up till now, we did things for ourselves. I am Ayushree, I'm here to win LIVA Miss Diva Supranational. Right now, things has changed that I am India, and I have to win Miss Supranational for my country. Definitely I have my personal goals in terms of acting and stuffs, but as of now, my priority is for my country, and that's the biggest manifestation I could have.
Amazing.
I think I would like to do a lot into sustainability space and make people aware about it using the platform that I've got here, and plus if I grow from here, I would like to use it to build more awareness towards that, and I really hope to build a sustainable brand as well.
So if we talk about the manifestation, I truly believe that I really want to bring that crown back to the India. And I do manifested a lot of things in my life, and that is acting, dancing, pageantry, and now it's coming true in my life. So I truly believe that manifestation do works in our lives.
I see myself becoming a celebrity fashion designer in a few years with my own luxury and couture space, where I can design clothes for you all, ensembles, and more celebrities.
You already
and
have a celebrity stylist in the house, I must say that, fashion designer.
And I want to take it international as well, represent India on that forum.
That's amazing, and as I said, like, of course, definitely, like, one is going to be a fashion designer, and most of you are getting into the line of acting is what I feel, and I think that's going to be an interesting journey. Lovely chatting with you all, but before I let you go, let's just play some, fun segment, and let's just have a light-hearted conversation. Okay, now, starting with this. The very first question I have to ask you, by now I'm sure you all have some interesting fans on your social media and or your well-wishers, basically, if I have to call that. What is the weirdest thing your well-wishers have done for you?
I think in my case, I believe that, you know, when you reach at a certain stage, there are going to be like rumors about it. So we have Mr. Supranational as well, and I'm Miss Supranational. So people are like pairing us as couple, that they are the couple who are going to represent India, which obviously I take it in a very professional manner. But I think there's something down the line that's going on, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've just crowned like 2 days back. I don't know much about it. I'm the innocent one.
I don't have fans yet, but I'm really looking forward to have one.
It's a very cute and honest confession. I really love it.
I really don't know any weird incident that happened with me, but yeah, I'm looking forward if it happens. So I'll
It will be funny also.
Yeah,
for
it will
you
be
know.
funny,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
For me, it's not weird actually, any weird incident. However, there has been this one very sweet moment with me. So I am an artist. I am always the one painting someone or making a portrait of someone. But this one time, a well-wisher actually drew me, sent it across, and I think that was the sweetest thing I have received on social media.
And as we talk about social media, have y'all ever changed your personalities while, you know, talking to someone random on the social media?
All the time. I mean, we had people that, you know, they are just texting and they're like, you know, you look glam on the camera. We love how you look. And then I'm replying like, oh my God, you're so sweet. That means a lot. So yes, that does happen because, you know, social media is all about the online world. I might not have a good day going on, but if that's something I get on social media, it's my job to reflect it back and to give it to them. So it's not about faking that, but if I get love on social media, I'm just gonna revert it back to them.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not always glamorous out there. So, of course, even if I'm feeling low in my life, I'll post a story where I am happy. Or it can be from days back, but I mean, you can't be sad on Instagram all the time. So, yeah it's.
But the sob stories are very cute, huh? I must say that. And just go and like rant it out. Don't even think anything, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
So yeah, I also believe the same, because if you are having a bad day or your mood is not good, you cannot put that story up. You can do that eventually, but it's better to use your platform, your voice into a very good manner. So yeah, that's it.
I feel social media happened to be an escapade since the very beginning. So that was the whole purpose of social media. So if we have to actually just be unfiltered over here, somewhere it does not make sense, because if someone is shouting love on you, you have to give it back. No matter how a bad day you are having or whatever the reason might be. But social media is an escapade and we should treat it like that.
So I've not slept the entire night, and the confession is not for this. The confession is when y'all may have like, you know, had such sleepless nights at some occasions, I'm sure, like where you just felt like, you know, just staying awake and all. What have y'all done? The craziest things what y'all have done otherwise?
Just like a blooper, we are sitting here after a sleepless night. And that's how we look. That's how we pull it off.
So like 5 of us are here right now. We are nocturnal right now.
Look how we are pulling it off.
And it's 11:11 also, so like, you know, literally the mood right now, manifestations. Okay, now let's move to this question. If you could have dinner with any of these 3, you know, people, basically living or dead, who would they be and why?
For me, I think it would be Indira Gandhi, Ratan Tata and Virat Kohli, because these 3 people I feel are so good when it comes to leadership, and under whatever they have been doing for our country has always taken us on a greater level. So for me, Indira Gandhi, because she was the first Prime Minister, and what does it feel to take the charge of the country as a woman? That's something that I want to have, like, eat with her, discuss with her. Ratan Tata, because he is so empathetic and always giving it back to the society. That's one quality that I want to learn as I grow in my life. And Virat Kohli, because obviously, like, he is the living legend that lives in the heart of the people. So how to win heart of the people is something that I really feel inspired by him.
I would like to meet someone from Meta team and like discuss how can I grow my Instagram rapidly.
That's interesting actually. Just hack their accounts and just see like what is the formula. What about you?
So I really want to meet the cricket team because yeah, we won last night and it was a great moment. So I just want to know how it feels to stand pride on the word India. And secondly, I would love to meet SRK. It's obvious. I'm in love with this person. The amount of aura he has is something beyond my expectations. So yeah.
Okay, what about you?
So my 3 picks have to be, first one has to be Elsa Schiaparelli from House of Schiaparelli. She is no more. However, she reformed fashion to great extents with her surrealism and artistic redemption in the entire field of fashion. Second has to be Priyanka Chopra because of course she is a living legend. We have seen her work for decades now, and she has been someone who I aspire to be, maybe at least match her level. I cannot, of course, but someone who has a persona to a little extent. And the third one has to be Devdutt Patnaik. He's a mythologist, and I'm a fan of his books. That's why.
Wow, that's interesting. Like that's
3 very different
in fact,
segments.
different
Yes.
kind of individuals. And lastly, if you could invent a holiday, what would it be called, and how would people celebrate it?
I think we have Halloween in Hollywood. We can do something like a drama queen holiday that just talks about Bollywood, and we already have it in a lot of colleges.
Yeah,
where
but like individually, like if you had to invent one, so what would it be and what would it be called?
I think it would be called chillax, where you just sit, drink, eat, watch TV, do everything that you can. So it would be like a chillax, like what it actually means, like holiday. I'm not a vacation person, but for me, just staying back in home and just chilling, it is honestly the truest form of holiday.
What about you?
I think I would invent a day for all the creative people, and it would be called Right Brain Day.
That's nice, right brain day. Because we
Also,
tend to kind of like
yeah,
work on the right
on the
brain
right brain
heavily as
and-
compared to the left brain actually. So
Yeah. So my would be like drama day because holiday is all about drama because you're enjoying, you are making your you're getting comfortable with the things you want to do. Just chill, watch Netflix, eat good. So yeah, mine would be a drama day.
what about you? Lastly.
If I could actually make this happen, it would be called 365 days. Holiday for 365 days. You actually reset your entire system for a year and you come back a new person.
I had some different thoughts, you know. I really thought you're talking about Mikel Moron's 365 days, and I'm like, okay.
No resemblance. This is a complete rebuilding yourself. Because sometimes you really need to step back and not be what you are being every day. Take a step back and see what else you can be. So for that you need a 365 reset.
And that's very thoughtful. And on that note, it was lovely chatting with all of you. And I really got to explore different sides of you. I couldn't read minds of anyone, but I really loved the conversations. And thank you for your lovely time. All the very best as I look forward to see your careers building. And I'm sure, like, you know, in the next year, there will be something else altogether for all of you. So lovely chatting with all of you. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Thank
talking
you.
to
Same here.